Our exhibit really explores water from a number of perspectives, and it starts with the role that water played in the settling of the area through the European and American settlers coming here, commerce, transportation, recreation, all of those facets, and then we bring it up to modern day to really look at some of the issues that we're looking at today, whether it be invasive species or pollution, climate change. We look at a lot of those issues and what's being done in the Milwaukee area to sort of mitigate or correct some of those problems. So for 2022, what we really wanted to do was enhance the exhibit with an eye towards children and their experience. In a lot of ways, the exhibit is kind of information heavy, maybe a little bit academic. And so what we did was we created an element that would help tell the story on a level that children enjoy. So we created this path through the exhibit where they can use a wristband to activate some stations, and they'll be guided through interesting points by Gertie the duck, who has a long and illustrious history in Milwaukee.
Today, there is a statue of Gertie and her chicks on the Riverwalk. While you are here, I will share interesting information from the water exhibit.
So it's really a chance for them to engage with the exhibit. We also created a kids activity area with a number of games and crafts and other places to learn a little more about the importance of water. Yeah, so we worked with a great team from MKE Graphics to recreate a Mark V diving helmet. So this was the standard diving helmet that the Navy used during World War II, and it's still being used today by people who do underwater welding and just enjoy sort of this historical diving. And so what we did was we have created this mock-up of a helmet and used it to cover the entrance to one of our main vaults. And then when you walk through the face mask of the helmet, you're sort of going into an immersive environment where you learn more about the history of diving and the interesting role that Milwaukee has played in that history. There's really two big takeaways from this exhibit. One is that without water, we wouldn't be here. Milwaukee wouldn't be here. It was initially settled by indigenous people because of the waterways, and then as European and American settlers came to the area, it was also they were drawn by water. They were drawn by the lake, the rivers, the harbor, and without that, the city wouldn't be what it is. Even after dependence on water for transportation and power, water was still central to brewing and tanning and a number of other industries that helped the city grow from a frontier village all the way to the metropolis that it was. And then today, Milwaukee is really positioning itself as a global center on fresh water. There are lots of people that say that in the near future, water is going to be more precious than gold or any other mineral. And so learning today what we can do to protect that resource and working with the Milwaukee community to do that and enhance our abilities is another thing that this exhibit really wants to touch on and explore.